Have you been considering a move to a more suburban location? Are you concerned about schools, about safety, about noise, maybe even a little bit about cleanliness? Is Danville, California on the list of possibilities? If so, I'm going to give you my top 6 reasons why Danville, California should be on your list of possibilities. If you're living in an urban environment, whether it's San Francisco or San Jose, maybe even New York or Chicago, if you're considering a move to the suburbs, hang tight because I'm going to share with you the top 6 reasons why Danville, California should be on your list. Living in Danville, California gives you all of the upscale amenities you want along with the small town charm. I'm going to talk about some of my favorites in Danville, California, and I'm going to leave some links for you down below in case you want to check them out in a little bit more detail. But before we get started, I want to thank you for joining me on my channel. If we haven't met yet, I'm Lisa Peck with Explore East Bay Homes, and on this channel, I talk about everything real estate when it comes to the outer East Bay of San Francisco. So if you haven't yet, click the like button, hit subscribe, and make sure to hit the notification bell so I can let you know whenever new videos come aboard. Okay, so let's get into it. First and foremost, Danville, California is clean and quiet. Everything that you read about suburbs is right here in Danville, California. I'm happy to say that when I walk downtown, the garbage cans are plentiful and they are not overflowing unless there's some sort of an event like a parade or a special event going on downtown. So in order to see graffiti art in Danville, I have to leave Danville to go and see graffiti art, which I truly enjoy, but it's just not here. You'll find that most of the restaurants in downtown Danville close by 8 during the week and 10 p.m. on the weekends. Okay, so in terms of quiet, we do have 2 late night bars that will give you that fill if you're not ready for that much quiet in your life. Elliott's and Minar's do stay open until midnight during the week and until 1 a.m. on the weekends. The number 2 reason why I love Danville is it's got that small town feel. You're gonna find that if you have children and your children are in competitive sports, more than likely you're gonna end up seeing the parents of other children either on the same team or the opposing team regularly on weekends. The town of Danville has 6 parks and operates over 167 acres of parkland. One of my favorite parks in Danville is called Osage Station Park. Osage Station Park has over 35 acres of lands. It has 4 tennis courts, 4 baseball fields, several soccer fields, and a beautiful paved path around the park. The Memorial Rose Garden is tucked away while you're walking around the path in between soccer games or baseball games or even kids at the Little Tot Park. It offers a very peaceful serenity just around the corner from all those sports. It also has a picnic area, barbecue pits, as well as a playground and more than 1 parking lot because it does get a little busy on the weekends. This park was named after the ranch that was located there that grew Osage oranges. I've heard that there's even a few Osage orange trees that are still located in the park. I'm gonna go and look for them. If you've seen the Osage orange trees at Osage Park, do me a favor, drop me a line down below. My number 2 favorite park in Danville is called Sycamore Valley Park, and it's right off Camino Ta Sahara. Sycamore Valley Park offers a playground area, reflection pond, basketball courts, baseball fields, soccer fields, football. There's even a hiking path there. Just about anything you could want is at Sycamore Valley Park. And from April 1st until September 30th, Sycamore Valley offers a water park so that the kids can run around in the water park and just have an absolute blast. Other parks in Danville include Danville South. It includes Diablo Valley or Snake Park. It includes Hat McGee Park, which also has a park for the little furry friends of ours. And then there's also Oak Hill Park, which does have a beautiful reflection pond as well. Okay, the number 3 reason why Danville, California should be on your list is that it's got an amazing little downtown area. We don't have a lot of big box stores in downtown Danville. Almost all businesses are small and locally owned businesses, which innately has a level of care and kindness that is second to none. Downtown Danville has an amazing library. This library has pop-up book sales. It even has an annual Dr. Seuss birthday party every year in March. Downtown Danville has its own theater and music venue called the Village Theater, which actually has its own art gallery inside the theater. There's 2 museums in Danville. One is located right in the downtown area, the San Ramon Valley Museum, telling you the history of San Ramon Valley, as well as Black Hawk Museum, which has an incredible car collection, along with 4 other amazing museum exhibits. And if you like to golf, Danville has 3 country clubs. There's Crow Canyon Country Club, Black Hawk Country Club, as well as Diablo Country Club. I'll put some links down below so you can see exactly what it is that they offer. And what would a small town like Danville be without tradition? Every year, Danville does the lighting of the old oak tree. It's held every year right after Thanksgiving to light up the old oak tree for Christmas. There's a lot of singing and hoopla, and sometimes even Santa shows up right before they light the old oak tree. And every year, Kiwanis supports a 4th of July parade. But you better get there early and bring your chair early because it fills up really quickly in downtown Danville. In mid-April, Danville has the Sip and Stroll every year that's put on by the Chamber of Commerce. And if you prefer, in the end of April, they sponsor the Shops and Hops. If you prefer beer, that's a great opportunity to get to meet your neighbors and to try out local beers. And then rounding it out, in midsummer, downtown Danville shuts off the streets to the cars and allows collectors to show off their car collection. It's a fabulous time to walk around, meet your neighbors, and pop into the stores as well as to check out some collectors' cars. And how could I forget? Every single Saturday, right behind the Sycamore Valley Museum, we have a farmer's market. It's every Saturday, rain or shine, from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. It's also a great opportunity to try out local organic produce. Okay, so the number 4 reason why Danville, California should be on your list if you're thinking about going from urban to suburban is that we have the proximity to the natural nature. We're right here at Mount Diablo. Did you know that in 1805, soldiers tried to capture Indians in the marsh just north of Concord? And then when the Indians completely disappeared into an eerie thicket in the night, the soldiers named the area Monte Diablo, the thicket of the devil. Mount Diablo has an elevation of about 3,850 feet up. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the Sierra Nevada mountain range. The thing that I love about Mount Diablo is the wildflowers. They bloom in spring and they are absolutely second to none. On your hike in Mount Diablo, you are promised to see an amazing amount of beautiful flowers. Now, if you go during a super bloom, which only happens right after we get a lot of water, you will see orange poppies as far as the eye can see. Mount Diablo is not only perfect for hiking, but it's perfect for mountain biking. It's great for camping, picnicking, and even just seeing the views once you drive up there. Every once in a while down in the valley, we get the opportunity to see Mount Diablo snow covered. It doesn't happen very often, but it is a beautiful sight. Okay, so the number 5 reason to consider Danville, California when you're going urban to suburban, if you have a family, then more than likely you're considering both schools and safety. So let's talk about those for a minute. Both ADT and Safewise has recognized Danville, California as the most safe city in California once again. Safewise analyzes reported FBI crime stats and U.S. Census population data to rank these safest cities in each state. Communities are graded based on the number of violent crimes, which include aggravated assault, murder, rape, and robbery, as well as property crimes like burglary, arson, larceny, theft, and motor vehicle theft that occurred in each of these cities per 1,000 residents. Danville, California came in the top spot. In terms of those violent crimes, there were only 0.5 crimes per 1,000 residents, which is pretty low. And in terms of property crimes, it was 6.6 crimes per 1,000 residents. Very, very low, and the lowest in all of California. Okay, so on the school side of things, if you do have kids and you're thinking about schools, you should know that there's 6 elementary schools in Danville, and of these 6, all of them have been rated either A or A+ by niche.com. There's 3 middle schools in all of Danville, again, all A's by niche.com. There are also 2 high schools in Danville, California. Both of these high schools get an A+ by niche.com. Now, in terms of the elementary schools, the majority of these are walkable or within about 1.5 miles to 2 miles of every home in the community. Same for the middle schools. It offers a great opportunity for the kids to walk to school. The high schools can be a little bit further because there's fewer of them, so your kids might need a ride or they can always take the bus. Okay, the number 6 reason to keep Danville, California on your list when you're considering urban to suburban is that there's a huge variety of households. So everybody talks about the expense of the East Bay and how expensive it is to buy a home. There's a lot of opportunities to get into Danville that people don't know about. For instance, you could get into a townhome or a condominium anywhere from $500,000 to $2 million. Single family homes are anywhere from $1.1 to $3 million, and larger estates can get up to the $6 or $7 million range. Okay, so as you can see, Danville has a little bit of everything for everyone. And whatever it doesn't have is super close by. If you're still considering that move from urban to suburban and you think Danville, California might be right for you, check out my video over here. I did talk a little bit about the top 3 neighborhoods in Danville, California. We go through everything from what they offer, how much they cost, what the sizes are. Just give it a quick click right over here.